Taurus, welcome to your May 2025 tarot reading. I'm Kate. First of all, I want to say happy birthday, Tauruses, Taurus family. I'm also a fellow Taurus, so happy birthday to me too. Super excited for this season. And I want to know in the comments, do you guys really enjoy springtime in the rain? Does the rain feel really refreshing to you? I want to know if my fellow Tauruses also find the rain to be very refreshing. The first card that I want to talk about, this is an affirmation card. So if you're finding yourself struggling throughout the month, then just remind yourself, I say what I mean. I say what I mean, and you're being very authentic this month. I feel like there's been a big theme lately of releasing yourself from the bullshit that comes with trying to people please and trying to make sure that we're saying our words exactly the way that they should be so they're not interpreted in any type of way, but it feels like things are becoming very blunt, very straightforward for you, Taurus. This card says, say what you mean and mean what you say. Honor yourself and others by being authentic in your communication. Make a habit of speaking your truth to free yourself of misunderstandings and miscommunications. So I think there's actually going to be less misunderstandings, miscommunications in the month of May because you are being more authentic with your communication. Now, a message from the Fae, you have divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So you could be really drawn to doing more spiritual practices, rituals. Maybe you're getting, I'm seeing some of you doing a lot of body movement. So maybe you're doing some type of yoga or maybe dancing out in the forest. That feels very magical and grounding. But I also feel like you're really connecting with your spirit team to receive the clarity and the information that you're wanting to get. So instead of going to some external source, I feel like you're finding it from within, but also from your spirit team. Now, I'm hearing a question, where can you find your strength? Where can you find your strength this month? And you have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is saying, find your strength within your legacy. What story are you creating about yourself? What legacy are you leaving behind? When you leave this earth, what stories are going to be told about you? Make sure that they're good ones. But this is also about financial. You're finding your strength in financial stability. So I think that some of you are creating financial goals or possibly meeting some strong financial goals that you've had. You're feeling very abundant. So that is where you can find your strength. And maybe even by staying at home when you might have, maybe people are asking you, hey, do you want to go do this thing? And instead of doing your normal, oh, I think I could, and going through all of that, you're like, actually, I really just need some quality me time, or I need to tend to some stuff around the house. So you're being authentic, and I feel like maybe even being a little bit of a homebody, but that feels like it might be something that you need to do, something that you can find strength in the month of May. Now, you also have the Justice card in reverse. What Spirit is saying is that if you do not choose to speak your truth, if you choose not to use that sword for your benefit, for your truth and authenticity, then you could lead to the feelings of regret, guilt. You're creating like a static, I don't want to say a negative energy, but it's like you're shifting the energy to then where you feel resentment or frustration towards that person. The color red is really standing out, but I'm seeing it more in like the negative or the shadow of the color red, where it's could be shame and guilt, but also resentment and anger and frustration. That's kind of more of the vibe, is the frustration and resentment. Now Spirit is asking me to ask the cards, what's something Spirit should be, what is something that Taurus should be looking out for? What is something Taurus should be looking out for? You have the King of Wands. So this could be somebody coming into your life. They could be a Leo possibly, because there's a lion on this King of Wands shirt, but it could also be Sagittarius or Aries, or maybe you have a strong Leo placement in your chart. So if this could be male or female coming in. They could be a fire sign, or they could have a creative opportunity that they want you to, I'm hearing, climb aboard, right? Let's take this ride together. It might be an investment of your creative ideas. I feel like there's a creative idea that you have that you're wanting to move forward on, but it might take you being invited by somebody else or somebody else to say, hey, let's get the ball rolling on this, for you to be like, yes, let's do this. So it's like putting the fire under your earthy ass, if you will. Let's see what else. What else does Spirit want you to be on the lookout for in the month of May? You have the Four of Cups. It is wanting to come out in reverse. So I would say that Spirit is wanting you to take action when you are feeling inspired and not overthink something too much. Because the Four of Cups upright is inaction, right? So I think that there's a delicate balance here. You're not wanting to take action too quickly because you don't want to miss an important detail, but you also don't want to take so long that the opportunity passes. I'm kind of seeing that hand of God coming down with that shell saying, hey, here's this opportunity. I'm only going to hang out here so long. You'd better look. So be on the lookout for these opportunities to move forward on your creative inspiration that you might have. But I will say, if somebody asks you, hey, do you want to climb aboard this train? Do you want to take this adventure with me? Give yourself a minute to definitely think about it, to sort out the details, make sure that you don't have prior obligations. I'm seeing this book here more as like a calendar, a schedule book, where you're having to check your schedule. And it might be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely interested. Can we move it to this date instead? So it's like, not instead of immediate, it's a yes and, right? Yes, and let's figure it out. Let's sort it out. Let's plan it out. And I kind of feel like this King of Wands character maybe needs that from you a little bit, where I feel like they're really excited and motivated, but they do need your earthy energy to help ground them. So I hope that these messages resonated for you, my friends. It sounds like it's going to be a beautiful month ahead, and I will catch you in the next video.